Well, good morning from Las Vegas, Nevada. It is, well, it's still morning. It's about 11:30. Welcome to episode number 2, by the way. I am just getting a coffee to start the day. We're heading off firstly today to the Split T Boxing Gym. Now, this is where Tim Tszyu sort of sets up his training camp while he's here in Las Vegas. Shannon's manager, Glenn Jennings, has lined it up for us to go and meet the guys over there. And then tonight we have the open workouts at the Fountain Blue, I think they are, which is at the opposite end of the strip. So it's a little bit of a pain, but it's all good. It's all about, our location's all about fight night, not necessarily sort of fight week festivities. So, and being quiet on a Tuesday, I'm sure it won't be too hard to get an Uber down to the other end of the street in a reasonable time. So Shannon and Cooper have just gone to get some breakfast, a little bit early for me, and just waiting for them to get back now. And then, as I said, we'll head over there and do some. I don't think actually he's going to do rounds today, Cooper. I think he's just going to do some training just to shake off the cobwebs after the flight. And then I think he's going to do some sparring tomorrow. But either way, that's what we're up to today. I'm sure there'll be some other stuff we get up to as well. But still a little bit quiet here, actually. I mean, obviously it's Tuesday, still morning. Tuesday's one of those dull days, aren't they, or nothing days. So I'm sure by tomorrow, and obviously especially Thursday, it'll really start to heat up and all the fight fans will hit Vegas. So I'm just going to enjoy my white chocolate mocha. Actually, they didn't actually take my name today. I always look at how weird they can spell it, but they didn't actually take my name today. That's sort of how quiet it is. They just said, here you go. It took about 30 seconds to make, by the way, which has got to be a world record for Starbucks. But anyway, all right, let's get into the day and see what we can get up to in episode number 2.
Except for mine. I make little people. Because 4'10". Little people.
My son is, he's gonna be 13.
Carmel is a good word. Carmel's mean. Carmel's mean. He's a mean little fucker. He's mean. What's that? No, he's good. They've got decent guys. They've got Jersey, Shan. I can probably line up as well if I prefer. How you want? I can line it up. I can line up almost anything you want. I'm gonna watch a shadow. I'm gonna get you a shadow box. I'm gonna watch a shadow box for 2 rounds, and then I'll give you my opinion of the bullshit I see. You may not like it. You don't have to. Another round. I might get you 2 for sure, maybe 3. So all I did is at first I just stared at your feet like a fucking creepo, looking at your toes, to see. So before I get into this, I'll tell you a little bit how I think, and you can choose to completely disagree with everything I say today. At the end of the day, you have a coach. I'm sure you're doing a wonderful job. This is just my opinion on watching you for 2 rounds of shadow boxing. So, I'm a habits coach. What that means is when I analyze an opponent, I look for habits. I can recreate habits. I can't recreate a mistake. If you made a mistake once and I knocked you out, if I watch the tape of that, but you only made that mistake once and got knocked out, chances are you're going to go back to the gym and you say, I ain't fucking doing that again. But if you have a habit of something you do every round, every fight, for the last 10 years, I can recreate that. Bullshit example, I fought one kid. It's just an easy one. Every time he pivoted left, he'd reset. Pivot left, reset. So I stood in front of him and I put my lead hand like this, which forced him to move left, and he'd pivot, he'd reset. I'd hit him 2-3 times, throw him off balance. I know he can't hit me back. And I was able to do that for the entire fight because it's a habit. His coach can't make him stop that after round 1, 2, 3, or 4. So that being said, when I watch people, I look for bad habits. In my fighters, I try to instill the ones I start with me is a lot easier than the ones that come at you when they're 30 years old and have a whole whack of bad habits already instilled into them. It makes it a lot more difficult. But that being said, I try to make sure that we have good habits. Good habits will get you out of a jam. Right now, you're 19, you're full of fucking reflexes and superpowers. As you get older, those superpowers go away, and what you have to rely on is your habits. And what you learn technically, tactically, that's what's left. That's what made Mayweather have a 50-0 career, and I hate Mayweather. But he knew how to box. He had great reflexes, but he learned how to box, just the basics of boxing. Roy Jones had a great career, but it went crashing real fast because he didn't bother to learn how to box. He relied on his 19-year-old superpowers that eventually died off, and then his guy shit. So, Dutch people, we're used to seeing straight punches coming from straight angles. So even though it's different, it's the same. The right hook, though, boom, that we're not used to seeing. And that's the with a right hook. I always find the right hook is the one that screws people up because it's not what we're used to seeing. Straight left, it's a straight line. You can see how always in, like you practice it. Yeah, we all did. So the other day when
people shake their head no. That means yes.
yeah. It's the same as dating, right? I'm just gonna. You like that one, huh? Yeah?
I like it.
Yeah? Good. This one? This one? Good. Your body shots are good. Do you go to the body a lot? No? Yeah, straight. Straight up. Yep. Good. Down. Down. Go two. Yep. This way, number.
All right, well, that was really good. Some really good, just some rounds for Cooper there. Obviously not sparring, but just some rounds on the pads and the bags with Eric. Really, really good guy. Knows his stuff. And yeah, really thankful for him taking us in and giving his time. I think we're there for about 2 or 3 hours, or about 2.5 hours anyway. So yeah, thank you to Eric Berlanga. I think that's how you pronounce it. So what we're going to do now is go to the fight shop, which is about a 10-minute walk from the gym, and I think Cooper is going to get a head guard. So I think it's got to be winning. So we're going to go and check out what they've got, and then head to the Fontainebleau for I did say earlier it was the open workouts. It's actually the grand arrival. So we'll head there for that. Let's go.
Can't get this.
You know this little guy's name. Hello. Looks like they've actually got themed boxing gloves. I reckon that is the Avengers up there. Looks like Iron Man, Captain America, and that guy with the jewels on. Not sure what this one is here, but that's pretty cool.
It's Thanos.
What, this one?
No, the other one.
Oh, okay.
The jewels.
Ah, yeah, Xanos. Okay, there you go. We've got a little expert down here. Waiting for the fighters to get here. Not as big as crowd as I thought there'd be, but still plenty of reporters here at the moment. So it's right on 5:30 now, so there should be any minute. And you can sort of see them behind me there where they'll come in. I think you can see it over there in the back. We'll see if we can get a glimpse. It's going to be tough, but we'll see how we go. It's a bit of a line.
Hey, where's that tongue?
Career that's filled with almost nothing but huge fights. This is the biggest fight of Canelo Alvarez's.
¡Viva México, cabrones!
You can see that how we and you have two of the best fighters fighting each other. So Saturday, September 13th, you're gonna see who's the best.
As you have done your whole career, you take big risks. That's why I knew when no one would fight Triple G, you would. Because you always have taken big risks. You want to tell your fans anything, because they understand this is a big risk fight. You can't afford to lose to a little guy. Do you want to tell them anything to reassure them that you have this?
Solamente agradecerles todo el apoyo que siempre me han brindado. Muy contento de representarlos en estas fechas tan importantes que es para México, la independencia de México. Así que gracias a todos y que viva México, cabrones.
¡Arriba el señor de la montaña y el de los gallos! ¡A huevo!
All right, we're here with the man himself, Noonan Boy from various platforms. And what's going on over here, Nick? Or Noonan?
We're doing some files here,
56%.
spinning them. We're here for the grand arrivals. Good
Tell
to
us-
see you here, mate. I tell you, you're always over here for the big fights.
Always get here.
A lot of these reporters in Australia, they're going to be caught up, only follow certain fighters. You come for all the fighters, and for some, when we talk about levels, this is different levels.
This is
And I
the
like it
level.
at this level.
This is the level, mate.
Yeah, this is the level.
And tell us what you're up to over here. Well, the obvious, but anything in particular?
We're here to cover it. Noonan Boy Promotions, Top Contender Network, Australian Boxing Central, FightHype.com, Next Vision Boxing, Fight HQ, Boxing Worldwide. Shit, there's a few channels here. There's about 7 or 8 correspondents. So
Mate, you're doing awesome work. I always tell everyone that you are the backbone of the Australian boxing media, and now it's just been
we
proven.
all are. No, we all are. You play a role. You know what I mean? There's some fantastic channels out there. And
There is.
Look, Australia will always be a very, very small thing, and some people get a little bit caught up in it. But the more channels that we have down in Australia, I think the fighters right now are the main ones that are growing their channels, and they can make boxing even better than that now.
Make boxing great again, mate. You're doing a great job. Good to see you here. We'll definitely catch up.
Just want to give you an exclusive.
Yeah.
I can feel Jai Opataia's about to walk into the building.
Feel the presence.
Yeah, all right.
I thought the mood just darkened a little bit
just
here.
darkened, eh?
I can hear the
Opataia
Terminator
versus
music.
Sakara, big fight, world title fight. Jai Opataia, the face of Australian boxing, our best fighter out of Australia, not by an inch, by a mile. We're going to do the official launch of Opataia versus Sin Cara very soon. Stay tuned for some time, maybe in November. Could it be the Gold Coast? Could it be Melbourne? Could it be Sydney? Could it be Perth? I don't know, Lynn. Where's it going to end up?
I'm sure you'll let us know,
And
mate.
I reckon Opataia is going to. I can't have an opinion on it, but I think Opataia will handle him. And then next year we want to see Opataia versus Ramirez.
Love it. You reckon we'll get it?
We are. We're going to see it.
Well, Mick Francis is coming with him apparently, so let's see if we can get it from the man himself.
No worries.
Thanks,
All right,
thanks, mate. All right, well, that is the grand arrivals. As you can see there, not a lot of luck getting footage. It was just nuts and out of control as far as people getting to the front. I did have a pretty good vantage point, and then they switched their barriers and made everyone move. So apologies, didn't see actually Terence Crawford there. He was in that pack somewhere. You would have seen a little bit of Canelo there, but that's probably about the best I can do. Not the best place for a grand arrivals. Not like the MGM Grand where it's really well set up for it. This was just a bit of a shambles and no real organisation. But it is what it is. I mean, when you've got heaps of fans everywhere, and it's just the way it goes. But good to at least get a little bit of footage anyway. And Canelo's actually still, probably see over there behind me, still doing some interviews. I'll try and get a little bit closer, but I don't like my luck because there's still a few fans around. But we'll see how we go. And then I think that'll be it until we have some dinner, I think. It's been a big day. In case you're actually wondering, this is what the stage actually looked like. Didn't really get a chance to see it before, but that's it. Alright, after a hard day's work, look at this. Now that's a pizza. Alright, well that's probably the end of a pretty big day. Really good session today at the Split T gym, really enjoyable, really, as I said before, really enjoyed Eric there. His input into, well, his knowledge of boxing was pretty good, well, very, very good, and it was really good to sort of talk to him about boxing and different philosophies and all that sort of stuff, and he obviously gave Cooper some good tips as well. The grand arrivals was a bit sort of how you going. I thought it was pretty poorly run, I thought, and Canelo, I think I said before, was an hour and a half late or whatever it was, so I'm not sure that was the time he actually was supposed to be there, but it was supposed to be 5:30. It was well after 7 before he got there, and just the whole setup, there was no real chance to sort of see either fighter. This is what sometimes the promoters miss. It's the interaction with the fans. Security was pretty, well, they had the barriers up, security was pretty tight, really strict on everything, and it didn't really make it a fun sort of environment. And I think just sometimes, as I said, the promoters forget who's actually paying the money for these big events and why they're getting paid tens of millions of dollars. So that was a little bit disappointing. But yeah, overall, this is why we come to Vegas. Well, this is what we're here for, to see these sorts of things and putting, add to the fight week. Apparently there's fights tomorrow night or Wednesday, I think, too. So actually, what's tomorrow night? Wednesday. So either tomorrow night or Thursday, I think the fights are on at the Fontainebleau where we just were earlier. So tomorrow is the public workouts. So I'm assuming they might be the night after that where they actually have the fights, but we'll see. So that's probably going to do it as a wrap for tonight. I mean, it's about 10 o'clock. Not really much happening. A lot of empty shops. Well, when I say empty, I mean the shops are open, but empty as far as customers goes. There's a lot of very, very bored shop attendants sitting there looking bored shitless. Sort of feel from a little bit because it's really quite even for this sort of time of year and this particular day, which is a Tuesday. So I'm sure it's just a calm before the storm by sort sort of Thursday night. I'm sure this place will be absolutely pumping and ready for a big night on Saturday. So that's going to do it for this episode. I look forward to seeing you again in episode number 3.